In the Heart of the Word. Reflections by Father Joseph Mary, SCTJM, on the daily readings from the Holy Mass. Sunday of the 21st week of Ordinary Time. A Eucharistic Path of Life.
God bless you, dear family. Today in the Heart of the Word in John chapter 6, many disciples return to their former way of life and no longer walk with Jesus. To walk in biblical terms, halach in Hebrew, peripateo in Greek, does not mean only to accompany someone publicly. It means to follow someone on a path of life, as a way of life, as in the rabbinical schools. To walk with someone, hitchalek in Hebrew, means to share a way of life so as to become a new family. It means to enter a covenant, a sacred bond with them. For this reason, Abraham walked with God in Canaan. Israel walked with the Lord in the desert, and the Lord gave Israel their path of life in the Holy Torah. Following the Torah, Israel walked with God. In John chapter 6, a significant number of disciples decide no longer to walk with the Lord. It means they left the new family of Jesus and were no longer his disciples. Do you feel the severity now of what happened? Okay, what happened? Jesus had just given his strongest teaching in the whole Bible on the Eucharist, when he says in a similar way 4 times, so there's absolutely no confusion what he means. This is what he says. Unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you do not have life within you. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise him on the last day. For my flesh is true food, and my blood is true drink. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains in me, and I in him. The Most Blessed Sacrament is not a symbol of Jesus. It is Jesus. It is not a symbol or a reminder of his love. It is his love. The Eucharist is Jesus, his body and blood, soul and divinity, humanity, heart, life, will, his all. Jesus does not apologize or try to convince his former disciples to come back. He gives us himself in the Eucharist, and it is up to us to believe, trust, and receive him, and there is no compromise with that. Let us listen to these words of Mother Adela. Where Eucharistic love grows, so grows the desire for holiness, of being the love of God in the midst of a world without love, of being light in the midst of the shadows, of being hope in the midst of desperation, of being generosity in the midst of selfishness, of being prayerful in the midst of a world without faith, of being unconditional servers in a world of pleasure and comfort. We have to raise up high Jesus in the Eucharist. We must, dear family, respond to this call so that, like Our Lady, we may be a Eucharistic people in all that we are and proclaim from the mountaintops, Jesus is alive in the Eucharist. The Eucharist is Christ himself. All for the heart of Jesus through the heart of Mary. Alleluia.